The following presentation is a work of fiction, although the wrath and power of Mother Nature is very real. Any similarities to real-life people and events are purely coincidental. This presentation contains loud sounds and messages that some viewers may find disturbing. Emergency alert system tones are contained throughout this presentation, which may cause widespread confusion and panic among the public if played on the air over television or radio waves. The content creator will not be held responsible for any misuse of emergency alert system tones. Viewer discretion is advised.
It is Monday, February 1st, 2021. Temperatures are averaging in the 50s for most of the day. There are currently some showers moving through the area, which may get heavy at times. The possibility for thunderstorms increases as the day goes on. Stay tuned to this station for the latest weather updates throughout the day.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. An earthquake watch has been issued for the central United States region. Seismologists have detected unusual seismic activity along the New Madrid fault line in recent weeks. The cause of this activity is due to changing weather patterns in the central United States and effects of El Niño on and beneath the Earth's surface. Seismologists predict that a major earthquake may happen within the next 4 to 6 weeks. Shelters are currently being set up along marked evacuation routes in the event of an earthquake. Be sure to have an emergency kit prepared in case you must shelter in your home or evacuate to take shelter elsewhere. Learn all of the marked evacuation routes in your area and find the nearest shelter to your current location. Stay tuned to this station for further updates. The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Weather Service. A red flag warning is in effect for the following areas: Vermont, northern New York State, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and northern Connecticut. A red flag warning means that conditions are favorable for a wildfire to spread over a large distance in a short period of time. Due to warmer than normal temperatures, along with low humidity and high wind gusts, embers can be blown away from smaller brush fires and cause dry vegetation to become engulfed in flames. The Federal Emergency Management Agency is en route to supply fire officials with supplies and resources to combat fires before they spread even more. Areas in the path of the fires may have to be evacuated if the situation gets out of control. If you see a fire in your area, call 911. Stay tuned to this station for further updates. The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Weather Service. A tornado warning has been issued for Fresno County, Stockton County, and Bakersfield County. Storm chasers have spotted a massive funnel cloud above Lake Millerton, and a tornado threat is imminent. Other funnel clouds are in the process of forming, and smaller tornadoes have been confirmed to touch down in surrounding areas. Dangerous lightning, damaging wind, and hail have also been reported. At this time, residents in the city of Fresno are advised to take shelter immediately. Go to the lowest level of your home or current building and go to an interior room away from windows and walls. If you are outside, run inside the nearest building and go to the lowest level and into an interior room away from windows and walls. If there are no buildings to take shelter in, find the nearest bridge or highway overpass and take cover underneath. If there are no buildings or overpasses near you, go to an open field and lie down flat in a ditch. Use your arms to protect your head from flying debris. Remain where you are until the all clear has been given. Ensure you have food and water for your stay in your shelter, along with a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio tuned to this station for further updates as they become available. Take shelter now. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. An earthquake warning has been issued for the following states: Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. Upon closer inspection of recent seismic data, seismologists have concluded that there is evidence to believe that a massive earthquake may happen at any moment. An earthquake of high magnitude has the potential to cause catastrophic damage, in particular to the cities of Memphis and St. Louis. At this time, all residents of these states are advised to take shelter immediately. Go to the lowest level of your home or current building and go to an interior room away from windows and walls, or anything that can become a hazard if it falls. If you are in a vehicle, pull over immediately. Go into the nearest building and into an interior room on the lowest level away from anything that may become a hazard if it falls. If you are outside, and if there are no buildings near you, go to an open field and lie down flat in a ditch. Do not go outside until the all clear has been given. Ensure you have food and water for your stay in your shelter, along with a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio tuned to this station for further updates as they become available. Take shelter now. The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York State Office of Emergency Management. A fire weather warning has been issued for the New York metropolitan area. A fire weather warning means that conditions are favorable for the rapid spread of wildfires. There is currently a wildfire that has set over 1 million acres of land ablaze in New England, and an enormous smoke cloud filled with embers is heading in the direction of New York City. These embers can instantly light dry foliage on fire, and it will spread rapidly, causing damage to all structures around it. Due to recent unseasonably warm temperatures and dry conditions in the area, virtually anything can be consumed by fire in a matter of seconds. At this time, all citizens within 100 miles of New York City are advised to prepare to evacuate the area. If you have access to a hose, or any other substantial water source, attempt to douse anything you can with water in order to prevent it from catching fire. Prepare an emergency supply kit that contains enough food, water, and clothing items for each member of your family. In the event of a mandatory evacuation, the National Guard will be guiding residents along marked evacuation routes. Evacuate using only one vehicle per family if possible. If you have no means of transportation, go to the nearest bus station, or Metro North Railroad, Long Island Railroad, New Jersey Transit, or Amtrak train station. Mass transit will suspend service in order to help evacuate citizens. Keep a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio tuned to this station for further updates as they become available. The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Weather Service and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. There have been reports of multiple tornadoes touching down in the Northern California area. There is currently an extremely massive tornado about 20 miles north of the city of Fresno. Storm chasers have confirmed that this tornado is over 3 miles in diameter, and it is causing wind gusts of over 350 miles per hour. This tornado has the potential to destroy anything in its path, and is expected to make a direct impact with the city of Fresno within the next hour. In surrounding areas, other smaller, less powerful but still very dangerous tornadoes have been spotted that are producing thunderstorms, high wind gusts, and golf ball-sized hail. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation, and all residents are advised to remain in their shelter. The governor has declared a state of emergency for the entire state of California, as there is a part of the storm over the Pacific Ocean that draws in more energy, and it is expected to continue to grow exponentially. The Federal Emergency Management Agency advises all residents of California to stay indoors, and to take shelter in an interior room of the lowest part of their building until the storm has passed. This storm is expected to cause heavy damage, and anyone caught outside during the storm will face severe injury or death. Stay tuned to this station for further updates on this dangerous situation. Civil danger warning for all residents in the Central and Mountain Time zones. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. A sudden shift in seismic activity has caused the tectonic plates underneath the New Madrid fault line to become unstable, resulting in a powerful earthquake. This earthquake is responsible for disrupting the tectonic plates underneath the central and western United States, resulting in a chain of seismic activity headed northwest from the epicenter of today's St. Louis earthquake. At this time, all residents west of the Mississippi are being advised to prepare for more powerful earthquakes. Seismologists believe that the effects will be felt as far west as the Teton Fault in northwestern Wyoming. Take shelter in your current building, and be prepared to evacuate at a moment's notice. Prepare an emergency kit containing food, water, and clothing for each member of your family. In the event of a mandatory evacuation, use only one vehicle per family if possible. The National Guard will direct traffic out of affected areas. Do not attempt to take shortcuts, as most roads will be blocked off except for marked evacuation routes. Stay tuned to this station for further updates on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The wildfire on the east coast of the United States has engulfed the following nuclear power plants, and they are due to melt down or explode at any minute. Calvert Cliffs in Maryland, Indian Point in New York, 3 Mile Island in Pennsylvania, and Turkey Point in Florida. High amounts of radioactive material have been detected to be leaking out from these nuclear power plants. At this time, all residents on the east coast of the United States are urged to seek a fallout shelter now. If no such shelter exists in your area, move to an interior room on the lowest level of a sturdy building away from all windows and doors. Put as much space between you and the outside as possible. Ensure you have enough food and water to last at least 14 days, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio for your stay in your shelter. Do not leave your shelter until it has been declared safe to do so. If you leave your shelter, you will be exposing yourself to radioactive fallout. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear explosions. Prolonged exposure to fallout will result in sickness and death. Stay tuned to this station for further updates on this dangerous situation. Take shelter now. We interrupt our regular programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WBLI. We will continue to serve the Long Island, New York area. If you are not in this local area, tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Long Island, New York area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use only. The emergency alert system has been activated. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to We interrupt our regular programming. This has become a global emergency. Please stand by for this urgent message. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. A 9.8 magnitude earthquake along the Teton fault line has been detected, resulting in a fissure in the Earth's surface right through the Yellowstone caldera. This earthquake has resulted in an ejection of an ash cloud extending 30 miles into the Earth's atmosphere. The Yellowstone supervolcano will erupt at any moment. I repeat, the Yellowstone supervolcano will erupt at any moment. A supervolcanic eruption has never occurred during the occupancy of civilized humans on Earth, and it is estimated that such an event will all but end life on our planet as we know it. A series of catastrophic events today is seemingly responsible for this imminent catastrophe. A massive superstorm has caused extreme devastation on the West Coast, including an EF6 tornado, the strongest tornado ever recorded, that has destroyed absolutely anything and everything that stood in its path. A small brush fire in northern Vermont has turned into the largest wildfire ever recorded due to a combination of dry weather, strong wind gusts, and a lack of resources to keep the fire under control. This has resulted in a hellish landscape of the East Coast from Florida to Vermont, along with several areas being destroyed due to the fire, and by exploding nuclear power plants. The initial earthquake in St. Louis has started a chain reaction of earthquakes with every fault line heading west of the New Madrid fault line, with the most powerful being a 9.8 magnitude, the strongest magnitude ever recorded, centered in Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming. It is estimated that 95% of the continental United States is uninhabitable. Due to the imminent threat of a supervolcanic eruption, along with everything else that is currently happening, it is advised that you prepare for the end. If you have survived the superstorm, the wildfire, the earthquakes, or any of the other effects from these events, it is almost certain that you will not survive the incoming eruption of the Yellowstone supervolcano. At this time, gather all of your loved ones, loved possessions, and anything else that makes you feel comfortable, and await death. If you are a person of faith, pray to your higher being, or beings. There is nothing that can be done to prevent a total apocalyptic event from the wrath of Mother Nature. A supervolcanic eruption will result in a worldwide volcanic winter, and millions of tons of ash to fall around the world. An explosion at the Yellowstone supervolcano has been detected. The Yellowstone supervolcano has erupted. Prepare for an enormous shockwave, and spewing magma for hundreds of miles in every direction. This is the end of humanity. Your government thanks you for your cooperation, but the end has come. The emergency alert system will be signing off. God help us all.